Dan Hardyman. I work in an investment bank in the City of London. So I went to University of Birmingham, got a bachelor's in a degree called Money, Banking and Finance, which is a little bit of economics, accounting, a little bit of legal, so a bit of everything. Best thing about my job is working in a big team. I work in a small team of 6 people, but we're involved in a lot bigger, a bigger organisation. So I probably speak to 40 to 50 people a day that work in a range of different roles within the bank. The worst thing is probably the hours and the pressure. You're always under pressure, but equally that's a good thing in terms of it drives you on and motivates you. The hours can be pretty tough. You're doing. I probably do about 11, 12 hours a day. So start at 8 o'clock in the morning, go through to 8 o'clock at night. One of the reasons why is there's just so much stuff to do. You're in a global, you speak to people all over the globe in different offices. So you're always sort of at work, if you like.
What would you change, if anything, since you left school, basically, or since you were at school?
That's it's a good question actually, because I do a lot of graduate interviewing now, and the CVs that people have got and experience that people have got is incredible compared to what I did when I first started. The thing that I would do if I had the chance at school again is to do language. We really didn't have any opportunities to do languages to a great extent at school, and it's not really something that was pushed, but that is a huge advantage for you to speak a second language.
What advice would you give to anyone looking to get into a career in investment banking?
What I didn't know is I didn't really have any contacts, so what you need to do is try and find contacts in the industry. That makes it a lot easier. So quite happy to speak to people if you need it, but you need to try and find out as much stuff as you can from people who work in the industry. That's probably a very important thing.
What are the qualities you think you need to have to work in an investment bank?
You need to be confident in communication. So you'd speak to people that are graduate entry level people through to people who've been there 20 years. You've got to be able to communicate with people. That's the main thing. You're dealing with pretty much people. People is an investment bank's people's experience, people's knowledge is an investment bank's biggest asset. So you've got to be able to communicate to people, which is really just be confident in yourself, and build up a big network and speak to as many people as you can.
What's the kind of salary you can expect to earn in your job?
Yeah, so the salary and the payment thing is a funny one in banks because it depends on which area you work in. I think generally a graduate would probably earn £30,000 to £35,000 in the first year, and then really from there, it's almost depends on your individual performance, the bank's performance, but what you read in the papers around people earning millions is not necessarily the case, but there is a lot of people who would earn millions of pounds, but they are the top people, I think. Going in at that level, your salary would rise pretty quickly versus other jobs with similar experience. If you're 5 years in a banking job, I would think you'd probably be ahead of what you could earn in sort of legal professions, accounting, similar type of professions, and then it really depends on what you see as a career. Is it a 10-year career, a 15-year career? A lot of people, talking about the hours, a lot of people put a lot of work in with a view of retiring or moving out of the industry after 15 years, or you can really have it as a career. I view it as this is my career that I'm going to be working in for 30 years.